Now we are here at the oxygen not included for the different kinds of oxygen generation building. We can see here in the second tab oxygen. So this is the first one, is the oxygen diffuser for the early game, and the next one is the electrolyzer, and the next one is the rust deoxidizer, and the other one is the algae terrarium, and the next one is the deodorizer. So I will start at this electrolyzer. This electrolyzer is using a pipe, is using water and the power. So we need a power and a water for this electrolyzer. As you can see, this with power, and it is emitting 888 grams per second, and also on hydrogen with 112 grams per second, and it's also using 1000 grams of water. So 1000 grams of water in exchange of 888 grams of oxygen and 112 grams of hydrogen. So let's start. As you can see, this oxygen is full of it, and you can see this small hydrogen coming out. Okay, and next is this one, oxygen diffuser. Only needed is the algae. Yes, they are using now. It's emitting 500 grams per second and using 550. Oxygen diffuser is using 550 grams of algae in exchange of 500 grams per second of oxygen. So no other gases, only pure oxygen. So next is the rust deoxidizer, also using power. This is also using a power. So rust deoxidizer is using salt and rust. So rust deoxidizer is using salt and rust, using rust of 700 grams per second, salt of 250 grams per second, in exchange of 570 grams per second, chlorine of 30 grams per second, and after that it will also produce 400 grams of iron ore. So we will see. So now it produces iron ore, see that? Okay, so it's 107, 1008, and it stopped its maximum gas pressure. So this is the chlorine now, it's accumulating down. Yes, this is chlorine. So guys, take note that this rust deoxidizer and the electrolyzer will stop producing or emitting, or it will stop running if the maximum gas pressure is attained. So you have to make some pit and use mesh tiles or airflow tiles just below the rusty oxidizer so that it will be naturally going down this the chlorine. So you can see right here. So if we try to remove this one, yes, just to release some pressure. You can see guys, now the oxygen is building up and also the chlorine down is building up. Yes, you can see this one. Yes, this chlorine terrarium. Next is the algae terrarium. Now digging. And it also uses water, 10 kilograms of water. Water is coming. Now algae terrarium is using 30 grams of algae, 300 grams of water in exchange of 40 grams of oxygen, and also emitting a waste of polluted water of 290.3 grams per second. So guys, so next, the deodorizer is good for purifying your polluted oxygen into a clean oxygen, but of course if it is some slime lang and some other food poisoning germs, it could not be purified by deodorizer, so it should be cleaned by some other ways. This is only purifying from polluted oxygen into oxygen, so the germs will remain as it is. So this deodorizer is using filtration sand of 133 grams per second, and also consuming a polluted oxygen of 100 grams per second. It is also giving a waste of a clay 143.3 grams per second and emitting a small amount of 90 grams per second, which is this is the converted polluted oxygen of 100 grams and converted into an oxygen of 90 grams per second. So you have a 10 grams loss in the mass, but it's okay as long as you can purify this polluted oxygen, which is always present at the slime biomes and associated with slime lungs. So the style or the tip is you just have to put 3 to deodorizer into that area and leave it for a few cycles, and after that the polluted oxygen will be purified. And that's it. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Thank you.